Hello, Internet. It is I, Malik Aaron, and welcome back to Box Office Predictions. Today we're going to be talking about It Lives Inside. So, as usual, we're going to be going over the pros and cons. So, let's get to it. Pros. Well, the reviews for this movie are all right. They're fine enough. Oh, God. I just looked at the audience score. Jeez. But the critic reviews is pretty good. 63%. That's okay-ish. The audience score, ooh. Well, I know what I'm talking about when we get to the cons. Um, and I don't think its cinema score is up. I'm gonna try to refresh. Is it up? Is it there? It is not there, so I can't comment on that. But critic score is good. At least there. But yeah, so critic score, I'm labeling that as a pro, albeit that's a very weak pro. Another pro is that this movie has a different approach. Well, I don't know about different approach, but it's aiming more towards like a different market in horror. It's aiming more towards the Indian crowd, the Indian American crowd, and that's helps us stand out tremendously amongst like every other movie out there. And sometimes like when Hollywood tries to, I guess, court certain audiences, appeal to certain demographics specifically, it can sometimes work out. I mean, like, you got Black Panther and Crazy Rich Asians are two great examples of that working out. But sometimes it doesn't work out. It's very much a case by case basis. So but there's the fact that this is going towards like a different market, and I'd say that's a good thing. Try to do some different stuff. Well, that's not an issue. So the fact that this movie's aimed more towards like a different market, I would label that as a pro, because that market may or may not be interested. I know Bollywood movies, they can do well here. They're usually very front loaded, but they can have an audience even if it's not a huge audience. It's still there. Like what happened with, like, what was it, Triple R, like last year, when it had like a very limited release, like that did quite well for itself, and now it's pretty much become like a, I guess, is classic the right word? The movie came out last year. I think it's too early to call it a classic, but people love that movie to death. But it's a movie I may need to see one day, but that day won't be today. So yeah, so this movie going after a different market, that's a pro. And I guess another pro is that direct competition right now. I mean, The Nun 2 is like 2 weeks old, so it's kind of old news. Haunting of Venice, that kind of felt that completely underwhelmed, so I can't imagine that's going to be a huge issue for right now. And everything else is just old and dead, including Expendables 4 or Expendables. So, because that has old action stars in it, and it's part of a franchise that is very much dead. So, yeah. Uh, so yeah, direct competition isn't too severe because we're in the slow times at the box office. There's not much competition right now, so that's a pro. And I think that's it. Okay, cons. That audience score, ooh, 38%. That is, I can't even describe it. That is just absolutely horrendous. It's been a while since I've seen an audience score that low for anything. I'm curious to see what people are saying about it. I feel like this, I'm not sure if this is one of those movies where like it's non audience friend or non mainstream audience friendly. I'm not sure. I'm going to I feel like I'm gonna regret doing this, but I'm out of curiosity. I'm gonna see what the ratings are actually saying. A short movie wasn't scary at all. Boring, slow, not scary. Oof. So some people were definitely disappointed. This isn't like the people are like, yeah, this movie it kind of sucks as a horror movie. People left halfway through the movie. Oof. The same old jump scare tropes, boring AF. Uh, yeah, people are not being kind. Uh, yeah, so audiences hate this movie. Very much hate it. It's not even like they don't get it, they just fucking hate what they see on screen. So, yeah, that's obviously a con. Like, a score like that will kill a movie so fast in record time. So, that's a con, definitely. Another con is the lack of publicity for this. I only know this movie because I saw a poster for it in the movie theater. And that's pretty much all I've seen of the movie. I never saw like a trailer for it or anything. So like it's just I don't know. It's a severe lack of marketing. So that's a con. And another con is that there's going to be so many movies coming out in the next few weeks. Lots of direct competition too. You got Saw X next weekend, and the weekend after that you have Exorcist Believer. So that was like a 1-2 punch right there. And then the real killer is going to be the Taylor Swift Eras Tour concert movie. That movie is going to annihilate everything in its path. Any movie that came out a few weeks ago will die that weekend. Straight up. And I'm pretty sure by that time, this movie will already be gone. So, yeah, all that competition, direct competition, really, that is doom. That spells doom for this. So, that's a con. And I think that's it. Alright, so alright, I think I covered like all the main things. So opening weekend, ooh, I mean this is opening in like I think well over 1,000 theaters. Let me check really fast. I pressed the wrong thing. Theater counts. How much is this? Almost 2,000. Okay, that's interesting. So I mean that's at least it's not like 700 or anything, but though that word of mouth is telling me this movie it may it may make I don't know. Uh I'm gonna say 1 to 2 million, maybe three if it's lucky. 1 to 3 million. I'm gonna go with that. 1 to 3 million opening weekend. And its total will reach I don't know, five, six, four, 4 to 6 million. Let's go with that. And that's it. And that's it for the weekend. Yay. Next weekend is press the wrong thing. Oops. Okay, next weekend is going to be really interesting because it's going to end with a bang, I guess. I mean, compared to the rest of the month, I guess it would be a bang. But we got The Creator, we got Paw Patrol the Mighty Movie, we got Saw X, and then Dumb Money is going to expand even further. Like it's already technically a wide release this weekend, but since it's expanding further next weekend, might as well talk about it then rather than now. So you have 4 movies to talk about next weekend. So it should be interesting to see like which movie will come out on top. Most people think The Creator is gonna do it. I'm not super sure, but we'll see. So yeah, next weekend will be interesting. So stay tuned for that for all those videos. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn notifications, share the whole drill. We'll check out more videos like this. Got playlists on the homepage, all previous uh prediction videos I made this year. You want to watch any of them or any of the ones I've done the past few years, you can go right ahead. There's also the canceled series where I go over all the movies that were supposed to come out but didn't. I just made 200. I just did 2 episodes a few hours ago, 207 and 208. I just made those. I never talked about it. It comes inside. It comes inside before, so there's no cancel episode about that. But I made 208 episodes, so if you want to watch any of them from beginning to now, I highly encourage you to do that. You want to binge it from beginning to now. Highly encourage you to do that. So go do it. And there's also box office recaps where I go over the box office results for any particular month. September recap will come out in between Exorcist Believer and Taylor Swift The Eras Tour. In between those two things. So stay tuned for that. And then my summer 2023 recap that will come out next week. It'll be in 3 parts: non-losers, small losers, big losers. So I'm gonna tell you right now, small losers are like movies that cost like I guess 75 million or less. I mean, I know that's not small, but it's not like blockbuster big. Big losers, that's like 100 million or more. And there's quite a few of those in there. And you may not agree with all my choices where some movies go, but this is just how I feel about where they stand in terms of being successful or unsuccessful. You'll look you'll know all about it next week when I make the videos. So stay tuned for those videos. But if you want to watch any of the past recap videos I made on the channel, you can go right ahead. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.